Good day, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Dirty Pat Walsh channel on YouTube with me, your host, Dirty Pat Walsh. How's it going? I got a new subscriber, and I didn't write the name down, but it'll be in my shout-out list coming this week. So as you saw from the opening clip of this video, I got this incredible old plug chewing tobacco tin from Hilary Thompson. She's cleaning out her warehouse right now, and she's digging up some treasures. Look at that. This is from the 1930s. I don't know anything about this company. Oceanic cut plug, union made. Factory number 1, 1st District, Michigan. Notice the manufacturer of this tobacco has complied with all the requirements of law. Every person is cautioned under penalties of law not to use this package for tobacco again. So Hillary's going to the clink, man. Because when I open up the package, there was a few really fucking cool things inside. These awesome socks and a couple of fucking brilliant ties. I'm all about the cool ties like that. And this one's fucking super special like that. I know exactly what shirt that's gonna go with too. So that's awesome. But she did use the tin for tobacco. She sent me a can of what I often refer to as my favorite dip of all time. Reason being is because it's the first dip I ever tried, really. One of the two first, anyway. She sent me a can of that as well. She sent me cans of my 3 favorite dips. So I'm going to show them to you right now. And thank you so very much, Hilary. I can't even tell you how thankful I am. This is amazing. But sent me a can of Bobby Stoker mint. I love this stuff incredibly. It's if I could get this as often as I should be able to, and then maybe next time I go to the reserve, but this would be my everyday dip for sure. Now Copenhagen Snuff is Copenhagen Snuff and Skoal Fine Cut are the 2 first dips I ever encountered in my life, because that's when I started messing with dip and snuff. These were pretty much the only 2 things on the market as far as I knew, and we just mainly stole them from our friend's dad anyway. But one of them is Copenhagen Snuff, and she sent me this one in the new Patriot can for America. This is a beautiful can. This is that's a fiberboard can. I really like these fiberboard cans. You got to use the product up inside pretty quick though. It gets dry, but this stuff is good. This stuff's in good date. It's got till August. I'll use this up far quicker than before August. But yeah, that's a beautiful can. This is one of the most beautiful cans I have. So thank you, Hilary, so much for that. That's incredible. But this dip here, I often say is my favorite dip of all time. Skoal Original Fine Cut. It's a wintergreen dip. It's a fine cut dip. It's not a snuff, but it's a fine cut, which is pretty damn close. This is really the first tobacco product I remember using in the snuff world, other than cigarettes. And I liked it because it was wintergreen. I like the taste of it. There's a whole bunch of different wintergreens out on the market now, obviously, but none of them quite compare to Skoal Original Fine Cut to me. I like a lot of the other ones. I like most of them, but none of them quite are the same as Skoal Original Fine Cut. Skoal Original Fine Cut, net weight 1.2 ounces, tax class M, U.S. Smokeless Tobacco Company, Nashville, Tennessee. Barcode, warning: smokeless tobacco is addictive, 100% American tobacco. It is smokeless tobacco, as Suit and Tie Dip and Chew Guy often says about these cans. So don't roll this shit up and smoke it. You know, sale only allowed in the United States. So now, and this came in a package that said it's prohibited by law to use this for any tobacco. So hopefully the feds don't find out, Hilary. I'm sure it would. I'm sure it's all okay. So yeah, I'm gonna crack into this and get a dip, and we'll talk about it. I'm so excited to have a pinch of this again. It's yeah, there's nothing that compares to it. So when you open the can, let me give this a little pack. See, I can smell it. Whenever I'm pinching fine cuts or snuffs, I always give it the side pack. Like all the dippers, they all got this thing where they're popping their finger on the can, and I don't know. I can do it a little bit for a pack, but I prefer this pack. This is the side pack, and it's quieter. You don't look like such a fucking dingus, and you just pack it to the side like that. And yeah, that's what we got inside. So as you can see, it's a very fine cut. Not quite as fine as a snuff. The smell off the can is it's a wintergreen smell, but it's like it's as much tobacco as wintergreen. It's not like a punchy in the face wintergreen at all. It's real, what I would say, old school wintergreen, like you find in I don't know what chewing gum maybe. But and with fine cut you gotta kinda go back for more. And the best way to do it is you push it up against the side of the can with your fingers. And you just get it. I hope that was informative. So yeah. The taste of it, if you get a can of like Copenhagen or wintergreen, Copenhagen wintergreen or Grizzly wintergreen, it's like a super candy-ish wintergreen taste, and it just kind of blows you away. Even Stoker's wintergreen, it's pretty sweet wintergreen. It's very, very strong coming off the can. This wintergreen is not like that. When you smell it, it's almost a pungent smell. Not in a bad way at all. It smells wonderful. But it's a good, it's a really good balance between the wintergreen and the tobacco. If enjoy the taste of natural tobacco. You know, my other favorite dip is Copenhagen snuff. And you know, Skoal is kind of, it's like it's almost like a natural, but with like just a light wintergreen in it, you know, and it's not sweet. It's kind of bitter. It's fantastic. Yeah, I love this stuff, and this is like my favorite can too. Like the dark green on the. Oh yeah, super cool. In Canada, when last time I bought a can of this in Canada was in like 1997, and all the Skoal cans kind of looked. I wish I had an example of one. I have one buried way deep in my dip can collection, but the Skoal cans, the Skoal fine cuts cans always look cooler. They were like all the other cans were like the standard Canadian cans I show you, you know, black bottom and a black top with the warning label all around it like that. The Skoal fine cut natural cans were made of green plastic and a green lid, and they just had a white warning label down here, and they were fucking cool. But the American cans that's just a fucking cool looking can, man. You know, it's old school, it's classy, it's awesome, and yeah. It's such a good dip, you know. It's really salty. If you like salty dip, like that's the thing. Like a Copenhagen long cut wintergreen is really sweet and candy-ish, whereas this, like, you don't think candy at all. It's very salty. My thoughts are, you know, if you're a fan of like Dutch salted licorice, then you'd probably like this stuff. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's salty. It's a little bit wintergreeny. It's a little bit tobacco-y, and I love fine cut dips too. I prefer to dip fine cuts over long cuts, with Stoker's being the only exception of that. But I'm also kind of an equal opportunity dipper. I like everything. I'll try everything once, you know. So yeah, thank you so much, Hilary, for all this stuff. It's absolutely amazing. She also sent me this. We have a card, like we both have a playing card thing, right? So whenever I write her, I send her some playing cards. Whenever she writes me, she sends me some playing cards. And she sent me this little wee one of a little bear. It says, what does it say? He stops for some sport, so I guess he's gonna like kill some trout or something. And it's got this cool back. But the cool thing is it's the 7 of Hearts, which is a very, very positive card. And it also has the number 13 on it, which I find kind of fascinating. So I'm gonna look into this card a little bit more. I kind of have a thing with cards and numbers and things like that. So, but anyhow, that's Skoal original fine cut wintergreen dip, as described by Dirty Pat Walsh. I think a lot of people come to my channel expecting it to be all tobacco reviews, and I do have a tobacco review section, and I dip all the time, you know, so I'm always dipping in my videos. But whenever I get something I can talk about, I'm very grateful for that. So yeah, that's my review. Skoal fine cut wintergreen. If you're a dipper and you haven't tried it, you should try it. It's like kind of a must try thing. And I stand by it. It's my favorite dip of all time. So cheers. Thank you, Hilary. Thank you so very much. And yeah, I guess I'll see you later. Be well. Stay free. Also, if you want to hear some trashy blues music that me and Glenn and Miles of I Am Made of Fire were making last night. Tyler didn't show up for rehearsal, so we did just kind of a old school blues thing between the three of us. You can check that out on Glenn S. Pierce, his channel. P E A R C E, I think. I can never spell Glenn's name, but he's in the comments. Check him out. He does fantastic music. And yeah. C'est la vie.